injury updates? Jalen, Jason, are they in or out?
Jalen in, Jason out.
Do you have a plan for when guys are going to play? Is this like over this, because you get this next stretch of few games and then a week off? Like, is there a day like Milwaukee's going to be this many guys, and then that? Do you have a plan all laid out?
We're kind of going day by day, just seeing how the guys feel, what our execution likes in the game, what's best for them, what's best for the team. So it's kind of just day by day, game by game, just kind of seeing where we're at.
Joe, I'm not sure how much you've tracked what Dalano's done with Portland, but given the big scoring he's been able to showcase there, how much when you look at that is like, wish he could be giving that to Boston, and how much of it is he's getting an opportunity in Portland, and that's kind of what you need to show off that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I don't wish he was here. He did a great job, but the thing about the NBA is the situation and the opportunity that you get, and he played his role and took advantage of the opportunities he got for us here, but he's getting much more of an opportunity there, and he's taking advantage of that. So just a credit to his work ethic, and I'm happy for him.
And obviously a tough season for Rob, Malcolm with the injuries. How much have you been able to kind of touch base with them and just kind of, check in and just kind of keep tabs on them, since they've gone out to Portland?
I saw Rob in the hallway at the Atlanta game, so I was able to say hi to him.
How important has Payton Pritchard's leadership been for that reserve group, and what does he do for those guys?
Yeah, we talked about it a few times, like everybody on the team has a leadership role and everyone takes ownership in that, and it looks different for each player, and Payton's done a great job just kind of turning into like a well-rounded player in the games, but also just the attitude that he brings to the stay ready group, being involved in what he does there, and anytime he steps on the floor, he's competing at the highest of levels. So I really enjoyed watching him grow really as a leader and as a player.
Joe, Payton's been really putting his head down and driving right through guys, getting them under the rim, then kind of taking that little pop-back floater. What are the things you've seen him do better in the second half of the year to actually get to the Payton finish?
I think he's just doing a great job being decisive on when to be aggressive for himself and when to push the pace to get us organized into the action that we're trying to get to. So he has a weapon with the ability to play fast to get us extra possessions there with his speed and transition, so he's got to be able to do it. But he's really doing a good job of just reading the game, finding a right balance of knowing when to attack for him and when to get us organized.
Does he seem more comfortable operating like in the trees on defense?
Yeah, I think his pace, his ability to keep possession underneath the rim, not only is he looking to score there, but he's had some really good kick-out threes to Sam and to some guys. So I think he's doing a great job of, that's a skill that for a point guard is to know when to keep your dribble, when to pick up your dribble to pass, and so he's done a good job of kind of navigating that balance.
Joe, you've been trying new things here down the stretch, different looks, different groups. To what extent are you soliciting advice or feedback from your players ahead of time with those, or looking ahead to like what your next thing you want to try on is?
Well, first with that, we haven't tried things, we're not like doing things that we haven't done. We're just doing it at the higher volume, and we're doing them without a specific reason. Like switching defense, we do specific at certain times of the game. Because of it now, we're just doing it, we could be doing it in the middle of a quarter. So we're not doing new things, we're not like reinventing anything. We're just picking up the volume to which we work on the adjustments that we potentially see versus different people. And we're doing them regardless of the situation, which is just different there. So I think that's important to know. We're not just like throwing stuff against the wall. And I take advice from the players in the beginning, the first game of the season, 10th game of the season, throughout the entire season, because they're the one playing. And I think it's important that we understand what we're both looking at in the middle of a game, so we can see the adjustments the same. And the more we communicate during the game, the more we're on the same page, the easier the communication to the adjustments to the things we're trying to accomplish can happen on both sides of the ball. So we've done that throughout the entire season. I think that's an important thing to do.
Last question, Mark.
Hey, Joe, kind of on that same note, and also with relation to the rest versus rhythm and whatnot, how do you choose between what you actually use during the games the rest of the way in practice and whatnot versus like saving some things for when you get into the real stuff in the postseason?
Yeah, I think our system's a little bit different. Like we kind of show our cards, it's just a matter of when, and so there's nothing really to hide. It's just making sure we're, the most important thing when you have a litany of adjustments is to know the why and know the when you're going to those as a team. So it's just building that awareness of why we do what we do, when we're going to do it, what the situation will be, and just continuing to grow with that. That's the most important thing. You don't want to just do something for no reason. So we have to have a why to what we do. We got to work on it and just keep building that.
Thank you, Joe.
Thanks.